What's up, everybody?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of
The Coffee Breakup.
Coffee Breakup. Yes, so
Our special date today.
Sure, yeah. It's supposed to be a special day. We are nearing our anniversary, so this is pretty much the anniversary episode. So yeah, I mean, we've come a long way. A lot has happened.
A lot of changes.
Learning curves.
Growth. Yeah.
We started in like a warehouse with the echoes that you can hear from a mile away to a smaller warehouse to
a garage, kind of, I guess.
A garage to your apartment.
Two apartments, and then
here we are.
Studio. Yeah.
A studio. Yeah.
Nice and crisp sound.
The learning curve is definitely is the fun part, the journey, right?
It's all about the experience.
So yeah, we just wanted to say a big thanks for everyone who has supported us and pretty much chipped in, followed, commented, subscribed, shared, all that good stuff. Everything. And with the website, buying our merchandise, I mean, we're trying to get a couple more things out for you, probably more leisure wear, something more chill. That way, when you're watching our episodes, you can sit back, relax, in nice little, like joggers or sweatpants or little slides or something.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
But that's down the line, right? But yeah, so our first episode was in the launch of Valentine's Day.
February 14th.
That was, it landed on a Friday. Obviously, this one lands a little bit later. It's on a Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, Sunday.
So obviously, but we wanted to kind of, make it so it, this episode does come out on Friday to prep you guys for what we're going to be doing on Valentine's Day, other ideas for Valentine's Day, and pretty much just kind of celebrate our 1 year with the tradition of Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. Should be a good weekend.
Yeah. Well, not for all of us, I guess.
Well, never know. So
first things first. Let's start how we did it before. What do you think about Valentine's Day?
Not much has changed for me. I mean, I think we've had this conversation a year ago, and
you think?
Yeah,
we have a video that says that we had.
Yeah. I think it's overhyped. It's oversaturated. It's overrated. I'm not too crazy about it.
Me neither, but I still think it's a day that everyone should celebrate. I mean, for example, we have all these other holidays that I work at a bank, so I have them off. But we have New Year's where people get together. Mm-hmm. Is that just a reason you should get together with all of your friends and your loved ones whenever you can? But we choose New Year's.
Yeah.
So all
you're
that
right.
stuff.
I get it's just one. I guess symbolize that you appreciate another human, like a person that you're a friend, a partner, or a family member, whoever. And it's a day where you should show some gratitude and some
absolutely
love.
Yeah. I mean, I looked it up. It's the actual what people say about Valentine's Day. And, it's a celebration of love and affection. So I don't think that deserves just its own day, but it should be emphasized. It's just a little reminder. Plus, everybody wants to celebrate either whether it's I don't know, going to dinner or which you are super against, which we're gonna fight about.
I know. I don't remember a year ago what I don't think I did anything eventful. I was single. This time it's a little different. I'm seeing somebody. I'm dating someone, and so probably gonna have a nice little weekend. But
it's exciting.
Yeah,
we should have put a camera on Luch because obviously we want to ask him about
where he stands. I guess his stage of
so we have three kind of different setups. I mean, we have a long-term, half-married man, I would say, and has a child. So there's a lot of I'm sure he has some ideas or things that he's going to do, or maybe things that he's thought of doing. You, fresh relationship, I'm sure you have some ideas or maybe things that you've thought of that people who are freshly in relationships can also get ideas from. Right. And then there's myself, who's single, and pretty much not going to be doing anything, but not anything with somebody else. I'm going to be doing it all for myself.
So what are you going to do?
Man, I got my list already, man. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I mean, by the time this episode airs, I mean, who knows? Right. But I'm probably gonna be working and editing fucking videos or some shit.
Really?
Like
that. Nah, all weekend.
Man, I'm busy, son. Man, I was talking to one of my other boys. With you, I think you know who I'm talking about. And he's always like, bro, let's go out, let's do this. And I'm like, I can't today. I'm working. And I have to edit. He's like, well, you're gonna edit till 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, probably. Yeah, and then, okay, what about tomorrow? I'm probably going to edit. And then he's like, bro, you're going to edit the whole weekend? I'm like, if I'm not editing, I'm probably going to do something else for the business, So I think now with this whole podcast after a year, because at first we started this, it was just like random conversation. Now it's like more an actual business, I mean, we're not making shit money unless, buy our merch. But at this point, it's going to be still a journey for us. But knowing what goes into it, the editing and the recording, the scheduling, getting everybody on board. I mean, it's a process, and people take it seriously. And obviously other people, they don't see it like we do, or at least, like both of us, and even yourself. I mean, you have your photography where you're spread thin as well. But it's a challenge, but you appreciate that challenge.
Yeah, it's a grind, and once you look back on all the stuff that you've accomplished, you're like, man, all these hours and weeks and months and then eventually years you put in. When you realize, okay, this is paying off, it's a tremendous feeling, and I think we're on the verge of creating something beautiful.
Yeah, it's like people have hobbies or they like that free time. Like I love just working on the podcast or the business, or bettering myself to be better for the podcast.
Or
so like
you bring more value to the
absolutely. I mean, whoever. I have goals this year. Oh, well, it's the new year. I mean, do you have any resolutions as well? Like, what are things that you wanted to do?
For me, my biggest one, I know we've talked about, is just kind of be debt free and kind of pay off all my stuff. I paid off my car. We talked about this. Thank you. And just kind of be in a better position. I think we've all had such a tough last year, financially and emotionally, and people have lost people. So really appreciating where I am today, and that I'm healthy, and that all my friends and family are healthy. It's a blessing to be said. But in terms of goals for this year, just paying off my debt and starting saving and investing, and kind of we talked about a little bit off camera. Just kind of working on myself. I'll be 28, so close to 30. It's a little scary, but it's terrifying. But I'm excited for what's ahead. Really optimistic.
Yeah, I kind of want to get more into reading because I fucking hate reading, but everyone says that reading is like, the how you really like advance and get smarter and all that stuff.
Even if you just take 30 minutes a day or something like that.
Exactly. I mean, I'm trying to find a groove. I mean, what I'm trying to do is just focus on killing as much of the episodes that I can to free up that space to do that. I mean, I also have other ideas because I do want to get my certification for relationship coaching because I think that'll add value for here, and then I can kind of work on the side where I can do that full time instead of like, hopefully one day leave my daily stuff to make that my thing.
Sure.
And then I know reading is just going to add more value. So opening up that free time, I think it's going to be that. So I think it's going to be a journey for us. What about you, Luch? You have any things any New Year's resolution, things that you want to accomplish this year?
So yeah, for me, it's about just becoming better as a person. For myself and for my family. I also want to do greater things, when it comes to work, my career, my family, and maybe a house next year. Okay. I'm planning for that. So this might be the starting point for a house next year.
In terms of your relationship, just to give people an idea, you have a kid and long-term relationship, and is there anything that you want to start off this year differently than maybe you've had in the past, like something that you really want to change about being a father, being a boyfriend?
I would honestly love to spend more time with my family this year, but the problem is now it's a little more complicated. I have a new job, and it kind of takes it away from me when it comes to spending more time with my family. So that's something that I'm gonna have to like slowly, build up.
Right.
Towards, with the whole year and things like that. So,
Luch, man, so the other day I had passed by, I think that you were working. But when I went over to your crib, man, you look a lot happier from
you think
when
so?
you first started. You look a lot happier. And on top of that, I want to congratulate you because I've gotten great feedback from the podcast where we had you on. You were very open, vulnerable, and you talked about some real shit. You challenged them with a lot of good questions. Man, and I got a lot of good feedback, but a lot of that, from where you were, from when I met you till now, and even from last year till now, man, the growth that you've had, all of you, but especially you, man, because you were a mess. I mean, obviously you were raising the child, trying to figure out shit with, with your girl, and you both look super happy together, man.
It's honestly, to tell you the truth, it's just, it's been a struggle.
Absolutely. With obstacles.
Yeah. Not just with that, but just honestly trying to find who I really am, like who I really am as a person.
It's fun, right, though?
Yeah, because...
Turn the mic just a little bit towards your face. Yeah, like that. Perfect.
Yeah, it's like finding who you really are. Because I would say back in the days when I used to go out, we used to have fun, do all these crazy things on the weekend with, you remember all those things that we did. I really not sure if that was really me or that was just like a phase. Front. That was like a front.
I think, what are you going to say?
No.
I think the same thing because my other boy, he's like, he's kind of having fun. He has a good job. He's excited about his job. So he finds fun in that. And I feel like, I had fun when we would all do that crazy shit. But now I look back and it's like, I had my fun. I mean, I think it was. Yeah. But now I'm understanding with my growth and development what this version of fun is, like this new aged fun, like accomplishing shit like that for me is fun. Like I feel rewarded about it,
Yeah, and really having a passion for the things that you love doing.
Raise mine a little bit, Luch. Just a tad.
In terms of
2. Yeah, neither.
In terms of you, I don't know you as long as obviously Chris has, so I haven't really seen that old you. But I know that you're very curious of trying to be better and trying to ask the right questions, right? Rather than being content with who you are. I know you're very ambitious and you strive to be better, even since I've met you. But over the course of our relationship or our friendship, I'm very proud of who you are, and that episode was tremendous. I thank you for being vulnerable and being open on this platform. So I've gotten some really positive feedback as well. So thank you for that.
Dude, so circling back now to Valentine's Day, obviously you're the wifed one. I mean, you've been in the longest relationship. Now you have a child. I mean, so obviously Valentine's Day, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
But, it's like I said, it's the extra effort you want to put just because it's the holidays.
Right.
What are you planning on doing for the wife?
So it's a little bit different when it comes to me.
Remember, I don't have a camera on you, so don't talk too much because then it's boring.
It's just a little different because not that I want to sound like a dick, but I feel like sometimes when you're in a relationship this long, you really don't have to, like you say, you really don't have to do anything. You can just, it could be as easy as just cooking a dinner for your wife,
having a
for
glass
your
of
girlfriend,
wine, sitting together,
and that's
talking.
it. Spending an hour or two together talking,
or just spending the whole weekend together, like exactly. You two with the child.
You don't have to really plan something. You can just hang out.
Yeah, spending the quality time, I think, is pretty much what you're saying. Instead of you actually going to do something because it's Valentine's Day.
That's the problem with most people. They have to do something because it's Valentine's Day. And that's become such a business.
It's a spike. It's also more like an obligation, like a burden. Like, I have to do this or get her that, and it takes away from that, especially with okay, I want to do this. But to me, asking you is, do you get her flowers? Do you get her anything?
Yeah, I gotta get her flowers, but then I don't want to The thing is that I've gotten to a point that I don't want to use Valentine's Day as an excuse for me to get her flowers.
Right. But let's say it is Valentine's Day and you don't get her shit. She's going to be like, wow, you didn't give me shit on Valentine's Day.
A girl's always going to be upset. A girl's always going to be upset.
So it's kind of like the unwritten rule that even though you can get her stuff throughout the year.
It could be the smallest thing, but that will make it count.
I think so too.
So is that what you're planning, just to spend more time? Because
I'm planning to maybe do a dinner with her. It's something simple, guys.
But you're gonna do it on Valentine's Day because we're gonna get into because I almost got into a fist fight with him via text because of how against he was for dinners.
To be honest with you, I don't think it matters if this is on Valentine's Day or the day after or the day before. Mm-hmm. It should be something that you don't have to be planning. But most people plan. This is the most they plan the whole year.
Right.
And it's just for Valentine's Day. You should be planning something, and it doesn't have to be for Valentine's Day. It's just going to be any other day of the week.
Yeah,
I agree.
Just remember when I said the first episode, the side chick Valentine's Day is either the day before or the day after. I keep forgetting. I wish I was better prepared for this. But it's if you do something the day before, it's like.
But I had no idea.
They're gonna think, bitch, astonished. I'm your side chick.
No, because let's say you're like, oh baby, let's, you know what, Valentine's Day is packed. Let's just do something on the 13th, and it's like, fuck you gonna do on the 14th then?
Yeah, we're gonna be on the 14th.
Exactly. But that's kind of like a funny thing. Then.
So this year Valentine's Day is obviously on a Sunday. If you're gonna go to dinner or even lunch on Valentine's Day, you know how busy it's gonna be everywhere.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant cooking at the house.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant going out.
I probably said it wrong.
He's a ref, bro.
Yeah.
No, but still, that's still.
No. I meant at the house.
Okay, so you're gonna.
I wouldn't want to go out for what?
All right. Do you normally cook for her, or is it like a special occasion type of thing?
No, I don't.
You know what? I have an idea for you.
What?
I'm gonna give you the card game. You bought it too for We're Not Really Strangers.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to promise me you're gonna use it.
What?
It's like a little card game, and I'll send it to you so you can see it. But it's We're Not. You've used it already?
Yeah. It's really
okay, perfect. So then give us a little bit of feedback. It's pretty much just it's a card. It's a set of questions that you and your partner, or maybe anyone, can use.
There's a dating edition,
different decks,
and then there's a regular friendship. If you're in a long-term relationship, you could use it both. You can use either. And I've used it, I think 2 or 3 times.
And every card is a different question for your partner to
exactly.
Respond.
And it's some questions you would never think of. What is a fear that you've always had, or something that in your childhood that affected you, or something characteristics your parents. I'm just trying to think of brought out that you compare with, or something that you wish you didn't, something that you how you feel a certain way and you wish you didn't, or certain characteristics or qualities.
It's to deepen the relationship and root down
down below the surface, stuff that you normally you don't really ask or think about.
Yeah, a lot of people, especially in a long-term relationship, it's almost like you think you know the person, because you've been there for so long. But there's certain questions from that deck that you can be like, Damn, you know,
I've never played. Yeah, I've never asked you that, and I guarantee if you play, I'm
gonna lend it to you, but you have to promise me you're gonna use it, especially if you're gonna stay home, because if you're not gonna go out, obviously long term. If you're down, you could tell me after the show. You're saying it now on camera, that's fine.
Yeah.
But after,
he's like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, it goes. It's just gonna take the wrapper. I haven't even taken the wrapper. I haven't used it.
You haven't used it? Oh,
No.
I've played it. It's great. Yeah.
It's just, honestly, it's not about that either. When I was saying, the reason why I'm staying home is because you guys know, well, I have a baby. It's different. Sure. It's different doing Valentine's Day when you have a kid.
True.
You know, and you really don't have anybody to take care of them.
But you have supportive family.
No,
but
like, I do. But sometimes it doesn't really matter.
But at the same time, I guess what we're saying is, like, obviously because it's Valentine's Day, you know, the unwritten rule, still give her flowers, then you buy her chocolates, so whatever, all that bullshit. Yeah. You can say, you know what, you know, we've been together for a long time. We have the child. Let's stay home. I'm gonna cook for you, or you can cook. I'll handle this. I'll bring a bottle of wine.
Exactly.
And you know what? Let's, you know, Chris gave us this. You know, it's a card game. They said it. You know, let's just deepen our conversation. And I've told you before, because when you were on the episode, you said that one of the things you wanted to do was, communicate better.
Communication.
Yeah. So I think this is a game almost where you can get into it, that you don't have to do it yourself. Like,
it's a game.
What are we going to talk about? Yeah. Like things that you wouldn't think about. I spit all over the place. This will kind of aid you with those questions. Yeah. And then, you know, I think it'll be cool.
I think it'll be an excellent thing, especially with somebody you guys have been dating for years. But I bet you there's certain questions that you never even thought about, or you don't even know the answer to.
Yeah, sometimes relationships, they get on autopilot for so long. Like, you just think that this is how it should be. And a lot of relationships fail. Fortunately, I mean, you know, I praise Yadira because she is a good ass woman, and she's, like you said, she's very passionate.
She's very passionate, yeah.
So I feel like, you know, she keeps you on your toes, and she kind of always forces you to be a better person. And you've always been the person that, I mean, we always say, you know, change for yourself, not for other people. But I feel like she's forcing you in a sense where it's encouraging you to realize, I need to make the change because I need to be better
for myself.
Yeah, and I think that's great. I think it'll be good. I'm gonna lend it to you. I hope you use it. I hope the wrapper's off. I want to see the cards all bent and stuff from you shuffling and stuff.
Bent.
But yeah,
yeah.
Those are your plans.
Those are my plans. Okay. Simple.
What would you say? Do you have any other ideas that people maybe in relationships who have a child? You know, any other thing that you can think of?
I mean, I would say, bro.
Other than like giving your, you know, finding a sitter.
I mean, I would say, obviously, if you've been in a relationship for a long time and you're trying to do something special, you don't really have to do it on Valentine's Day. You can do it the week before, the week after, you know, kind of surprise her. Don't wait for that day.
I think you said that.
Yeah, don't wait for that day. Yeah,
so it's like
don't wait for that day to do something special. That day, you could just give her, like you said, flowers.
So, okay, but let's say if somebody's listening right now and they're in a long-term relationship, but they really want to do something. Is there something that maybe you want to do with your partner that you haven't had the chance to do, and you guys been dating for a while now?
Well, yeah, she's always wanted to do like a picnic at the beach, a sunrise picnic.
Yeah. So I actually had a picnic.
You did that
in December.
Nice.
It was beautiful. Yeah. I highly encourage you doing it. Okay, that's something.
Because it's not just that; it's just a very quiet place in the morning like that.
But also taking your child as well, like taking them with you as well.
Well, that'll be the tough part. So at that point, at that point, I wouldn't recommend the child. I would recommend some alone time.
I agree, because I feel like not for anything. Obviously, babies, you know, whatever. It's beautiful. You guys have a child, but
she's adorable.
She's precious. But it's important sometimes for parents to just be
spend time alone.
Yeah, to be husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, partners.
Not be parents for a couple hours. Exactly,
because people get caught up in that, and that's a lot of times how relationships kind of
autopilot, like you said.
Go on autopilot. Yeah. The passion kind of runs out.
It's less about the relationship
and more about the child.
Let's be parents.
Yeah, exactly. Let's be parents instead of like, let's
we got to make it work because we have a child.
Exactly. Exactly. So I think it's also especially more important so now for you guys so than ever to kind of put yourself 100%. Sometimes and be like, hey, let's just have you and me time. So I think that would be important as well.
I love it.
That's my advice to somebody that's been in a relationship for a long time.
Yeah, just kind of focus on what it is that you have in front of you, and I guess catch them off guard to break the routine.
Catch them off guard. Don't wait until the 14.
The routine and
that's kind of obvious. You're gonna do something on the 14.
When was the last time you did something special for? I can't remember.
We're gonna put this guy on blast.
Oh God!
It's been a while.
April 13, 2018.
Come on, bro.
But so me saying this. Now you're thinking about it, man. It's been a while, so maybe now do something.
It's been a while.
Think outside the box. I mean, we're gonna say some ideas as well. Maybe you'll probably.
No, it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
You know, that's something to maybe to kind of tackle and kind of break out of that routine. You know,
I think that routine, that Monday.
Because then you work a lot, so I get it. Like you come home tired. The last thing you want to do is kind of think what kind of like
the thing is that
plan stuff. You become comfortable, complacent, and I think you don't want that to happen, especially in a long-term relationship, right? You know, because things do become, mundane and
get comfortable.
Yeah. So keep an eye on that.
Awesome. Hey, make sure the camera's still recording. You never know what these fucking cheap ass shits.
Okay.
No, but it beeps when it's stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Keep an eye on it.
Are you recent, fresh dating relationship?
Yeah.
We call it a relationship, but so can we officially say you guys are dating? Like, you guys are together? Like, what's happening?
We're dating.
Okay, dating, cool.
Yeah.
Like seriously dating, I would say. Exclusively.
Exclusively.
Certainly.
Yeah, we're exclusive. Yeah, it's still pretty fresh, but I
would you ask her out? Like, would you? Do you think that's still still a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't asked her out?
I haven't asked her.
No, but they're like they're together.
Yeah, but I haven't like formally asked.
Like, there's no date, there's no title.
Exactly.
Like,
I know most people will probably be like, "What the fuck? Who does that?" But I
do you think she's expecting that from you? Like,
no, she's not expecting that, but
she's waiting on you.
Dude, I mean, they're adults. They're adults,
yeah,
but you still feel like the formal.
The formal etiquette is to ask, and I like doing that type of stuff. So I just got a plan. It has to be unexpected. I'll do something
Be my girlfriend, especially, man. This guy's such a cheese ball when he comes to relationships.
Kind of
picnic at the beach.
Hey, you already did that.
I've done it for her birthday,
like a month in.
Well,
that's something I will do for like my wife.
Barely.
Girl I'm dating.
So what I'm gonna do? Okay, so the Valentine's Day is on a Sunday. Obviously we're fortunate enough to live in a place, Miami, nice weather. So I want to do something maybe special. To do like
remember, we have to make sure we don't spoil in case she watches this.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so
these are ideas.
Okay,
so what ideas would you give someone who's freshly dating? And if something is there, maybe she'll get a little Easter egg and know which one it is that you're gonna do for her.
Absolutely. So do a wine tasting. Do like plan a little.
You guys
wine.
haven't done ways? Oh, but you have.
I haven't. There's a winery down in Homestead. It's really,
Schnebli's.
Yeah,
it's alright.
Well, depending on where you live, but there are some wineries over.
Have you been there?
I haven't been there.
It's actually it is very nice, but not just so the tasting is great, but also like the energy and the atmosphere there. It's actually very, very nice. So I think you're gonna like it.
Okay, so that's one thing. Or something like she took whiskey tasting.
That was cool.
That was awesome. The sunrise, like going to the beach in the morning, doing like a little picnic, depending on how the weather is. Obviously, depends where you live. What I want to do is they have these sailboats that you can rent for like a sunset, like 2-3 hours. It's decently priced. But I want to do that, and it's like a little picnic
just
on the boat.
Two?
Yeah, just us two.
Where's that by up in Fort Lauderdale or something?
I got the contact from a friend of ours, Larry. He did it.
Oh,
yeah, he did it. So I reached out to the person.
Cool.
I hope she doesn't listen to this shit. I'll tell her not to.
Yeah, you gotta see. You're gonna be doing it on Valentine's Day.
No, Valentine's Day is on a Sunday, so I got to see on the bookings. I might do it on Saturday.
Also, you're scheduling.
Exactly. It'll be that weekend. I'll probably plan on something nice. But
you better get on it now, man.
Yeah. No, I mean,
this will fill up.
Yeah, it does. But there's a couple of spots that I also renting a jet ski or going kayaking. I like outdoor stuff.
Like active.
Yeah, active.
That's cool.
What else? Thinking.
You don't have anything there? Man, read the fucking list.
What about a helicopter ride over there?
That would be dope. I've never done
that.
So my ex, she actually took me for my birthday. It wasn't a helicopter. It was like an airplane ride, I believe. Or was it a helicopter? No, it was an airplane. But it was like a small, it was like two, literally just us two and then the pilot in front. And we went all up, I forgot where it was, but it went all the way up to like Sunny Isles and it was like on the bay. It was super nice.
That's a dope idea. You should think
it was beautiful.
That's dope.
She was also gonna take me skydiving as well, but it was way too windy, so they couldn't. That got canceled. Yeah, she went all out. I gotta give her props for that.
That's dope.
But yeah, we ended up doing that airplane ride. It was beautiful, beautiful.
That's awesome. Another thing I wrote it down as well. I actually personally really want to do this. Take like a salsa class, like a dance class.
I have that written down.
Yeah, I have that written down, or do like a cooking class. There's a bunch of stuff.
You're just gonna do one salsa class? Because remember when we
you have to buy like the pack. But it's like you could do it like around that weekend, and then use like a package.
To start.
Yeah, you can't just do it once and you expect to be like a professional. But it's more of like the doing it with your
activity
with
your partner.
What else did I got? This is, I think I wrote this down and I read about it. Make a vision board.
I saw that when I saw the driver today, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
I guess, and it came across it online. It's like, the goals that you have, and especially if you just started dating. Like, what are the goals that you have with your partner, for yourself, and the relationship altogether? I think that could be like an intimate thing. Like, you can talk about certain things that normally you wouldn't be talking about. So I think that would be nice. And it's also like doesn't break the bank.
Well, what's also pretty dope? Go painting. The painting that they
painting with a twist
with wine, painting with a twist.
Yeah,
also.
you did that.
I have done.
Yeah, the cooking one is pretty great. You go cooking
there's a
together,
cooking one,
and there's also ones that you make candles together. That's not bad. Either. That's pretty dope.
Candleland.
That's pretty dope.
In Wynwood.
Yeah,
really,
dope, dude. That's pretty dope.
That's
you can have your own
dope.
candle. You make it together, and then you put it in your house.
It burns like shit, by the way, because it just doesn't burn evenly. But I think it's still fun, and then you get to pick the scents that are in there, and you pick the color of like the
color of the actual
cup,
liquid.
I get, whatever. No. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I think you can add stuff to it. It's super cool.
To make a different.
But then you can pick like what it looks like. What is it called? Like the holder,
the
base. Yeah, like the candle you pour it in when you pour the wax.
The little base. Yeah, the
we'll call it the
base. Whatever.
The base you can pick. Like I actually did one. I got one like a matte black one with like a rose gold cap.
Got it.
Super dope. Yeah.
You still have it?
Yeah, but it doesn't burn anymore because it burns like shit.
You could also do like a potting class.
The pottery class.
Those pottery class. Those are supposed to be pretty fun too.
Own, base.
So there's a few activities that you could do with your partner. Like this, the good thing about this week, like this year, it's you have pretty much have the entire weekend to do something. You could do it Saturday, you could do it Friday.
You can plan something.
I'm personally Valentine's Day.
Do you have that pressure of actually doing something on that day? Do you feel pressured?
Yeah, do you think you have
something
to?
on the 14th? Because you
said
the weekend, it could be the day.
But not only that, because this is also a fresh relationship. So
Yeah.
for him, it's like it's long term. Like we already have a
Doesn't really
relationship.
matter.
We've already done a bunch of things together. But this is like fresh relationship. Do you feel like I kind of have to do something on that day?
No. The funny thing is Claudia is so laid back and so like going with the flow.
She is dope.
And
Yeah,
she's like we do one thing. She's like over the moon. Like. She's not like, oh my God, you have to do something on Valentine's Day specifically for that day. Like we could be at home cooking and just watching movies and doing like a Harry Potter marathon and she'd be ecstatic. So it's like, I don't have that
too,
pressure.
because you fucking love Harry Potter.
I love Harry Potter.
She's older, right?
She's 20, my age. She's actually a couple of months younger.
Did you graduate the same year that we did?
No, a year after.
Year after?
Yeah. But no, so I don't, to answer your question, I don't have that pressure at all. And I think it makes it even more fun. It's not like, oh my God, I have to do something. Or if not, she's going to be disappointed. Not even like that at all. So that takes off a lot. But, I've never really been big on Valentine's Day. I like doing nice, cute stuff, but not just on Valentine's Day. I get her flowers all the time, and it's, we joke about it, or even her friends joke about it. They're like, oh, we love it that you keep the flowers stocked in her house. So I don't have to wait for Valentine's Day and do something. But it's, I guess, a peculiar time because we just started dating. And now
how long have you guys been dating, more or less, you would say? Ballpark?
Exclusively, not that long, maybe a couple of months.
Oh, but I mean, so I guess you guys have already like a kind of like a base for the relationship of like experience that you guys have already gone on. So I think there's less pressure because I think for a brand new relationship or like if it's like your first date for Valentine's Day, someone that you've been talking, you're like, oh, whatever, that may seem like a lot of pressure to do something for on that day.
Yeah, maybe, or also maybe not, and maybe the opposite because we literally just started, dating. Maybe it could be like the opposite where it's like, oh, we're not really anything official. Maybe
I feel like if people, I think it's the opposite. I think like if you let's say you just started dating someone or talking to someone and you want to date, it's getting into the direction of being serious. It's almost like, well, if he doesn't do shit for Valentine's Day, then he just doesn't give all serious.
But do you think that it should be that way? Like,
I don't give a fuck how it should be. I'm just saying how it is.
They're gonna expect that from you. 100%.
Yeah, like if you're fresh and dating someone, like
I don't care what girl it is, they're gonna expect that from you.
Not only that, I mean,
especially if you're brand new.
Yeah, because it's all cute. It's almost like that super honeymoon type of phase when you start dating someone.
So Valentine's Day is on the 14th of February. When would you start dating for it to be that
anything
obligation?
Before that? I would say
I would say
a
like
month or two maybe.
So if somebody meets somebody in January,
I think like mid-December, like because think about it, you have holidays.
2 months before should be a good.
So like because you're not gonna invite them over.
No.
Like with your family, because that's still too fresh. Yeah. But you're getting to the point where you're like, okay, well, January's rolling around. We've been talking since December. February's coming. Okay. I think now this is one of the big holidays for relationships for couples. We've been talking for a while. Mm-hmm. I think someone would expect, okay, Valentine's Day, we got to do something.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I guess you could you can do something nice, but I don't know. I fucking hate the holiday.
The Valentine's Day?
Yeah, it kind of is a holiday for relationships.
It's a made-up holiday.
It's bullshit.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah. So for you, like, what do you think?
Single,
yeah,
single dude.
Single dude. So for all you singles out there, I got your back. Number one, I would say, first of all, delete your fucking social media because you're gonna feel like a miserable fuck seeing everyone post their cute weekends of what's gonna happen. I think that's the first thing that you guys got to do.
Fair enough.
But other than that, I mean, I think the go-to for everyone is pretty much just, you know, spending time with other single friends that are probably in the same boat, or spending time with your loved ones. So like if you have a group of friends where you don't have anybody, you know, either have like a little party, little get together, or maybe just go out with them to dinner. Maybe not that same day. You remember that one time?
What?
You, Carlos, and I were single. We went to Blackbird, and we were dressed fresh. We first ate at Mary Brickell Village. We ate sushi, and we were single. It was on a Tuesday. And then it was ladies' night at Blackbird.
We wore suits, didn't we?
Yeah, we wore suits. We dressed fresh.
It was fucking Valentine's Day, wasn't it?
This is what I'm saying. Bro, turn your brain on.
I remember that. That was great.
It was. We were single.
We looked fresh.
We did look fresh, and we were fit in shape, still young. Like now we're like deteriorating.
Oh my god.
but dude, yeah, that's like something that I would encourage a lot of people, because it's
with
like
your friends. Hang out with your friends.
yeah. It was us three, and we're like, dude, we're single. Whether we get girls or not, like we're just spending Valentine's Day together, like with the boys. You know, we got dressed up. We ate dinner together, and then we just went to Blackbird. We talked to some people. We ran into some people. It was packed too, but we were in suits. And it's funny because then we went somewhere after, like a couple weeks later, and some girls like, wait, weren't you guys wearing suits
it's
the other day at Blackbird?
You know what's crazy about that? That is, she passed by. She thought we were really hot, but she didn't stop by because she was intimidated because we were wearing suits. I remember that. I remember that. I'm not sure if you remember that, but I do.
I do.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can believe
we're the real deal.
That's crazy. And then we're there sitting down thinking we're losers. And then this girl.
Well, I didn't think I was a loser. I was enjoying my time with you, asshole.
Well, you know what I mean. Thinking they're like, we ain't nothing. And then some girls passing by thinking we're big shots. And
but think about it. It's probably the same thing. Because have you ever like gone out somewhere and like you see a group of fine girls? You're like, damn.
I can't approach.
I don't think it's never the same way for girls. I think they know they're hot.
You never know. True. But then
but you guys are good looking guys. It's not like you guys are fucking slumps.
But it's
you guys are like
no, we are.
yeah, back in the day. No, you guys are sharp looking guys. So you guys look good no matter what.
Yeah, but I do think about that. Of that, like, seeing a group of girls and you don't want to approach them, but then on the other side, it's funny because people will be like, oh, dude, like she's pretty much just got cheated on and she's like heartbroken, like, or someone is always gonna like
tired of her shit.
Exactly. Yeah, they say that. So it's like, you know what, like you approach them, they're gonna be ecstatic that someone's approaching them, unless they're just.
I would have been flipping shit up the walls if they would have approached us.
I know, right? You get excited.
Nobody approached us that day.
I know, it's fucking bullshit.
Whatever, but you guys were out, enjoying time with each other. I'm sure it was a great time.
Yeah,
that's awesome. But yeah, that's a good thing to do. Hang out with your friends, your peers, family.
The best thing. What else I got? So I put learn something new, and I know that kind of touched up on you. Did I mean you said cooking class, salsa class, or whatever. I mean you can do that yourself. And especially now with the whole pandemic, there's a lot of online services where you can do it. In fact, YouTube, you can do everything for free at this point. But find a recipe and then just get all the ingredients, and then at your crib, just cook for yourself. Enjoy that for yourself. Make that special day for yourself. Or one of the things that I saw was a mixology class, like how to make cocktails and stuff.
That'd be dope.
I think that's super dope because then that kind of like crafts your stuff. So in case you do start dating someone, you're like, let me make an old fashioned right now. You know what I'm saying? And then I put other things like learning how to dance, whether it's a class or even learning a new language. And what I was thinking is like, what, maybe you'll do it just for that one day, but because you put that effort into it, it might just open this whole door of like
sparking interest.
I wish I would have done this sooner. And I'm here thinking, man, I'm by myself. Let me look for a date, like something to do for today. And it'll probably open the door for a lot of other opportunities.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, Valentine's Day comes around and then they see these relationships online and they feel some type of way like, oh shit, it's another year alone. And I think it should still be a day where you should be grateful that you have your family, you have your friends, and just be happy. You don't really have to be with anybody just to be able to enjoy a day or be happy. I think it's people are so codependent on other people. Everybody wants to be in a relationship and they think that makes them automatically so much happier, and it isn't always like that. So I think it's a crucial step to really learn how to love yourself, and hopefully the following year you won't be alone. Never know.
True.
And if you are, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I got something else on the list. I put splurge on yourself, and that could either be with a big gift, maybe something you've always wanted, you've been saving up, you don't have any, because usually on Valentine's Day, what do? You buy gifts for somebody else, right? The cliche is what you do. Maybe, buy yourself something, or, do like a little weekend trip, like go somewhere, even if it's, local, go to the beach by yourself. That could be a small trip that you can do.
Nice. Yeah.
Or even just take yourself to a fancy dinner, because, the cliche of going to dinner.
By yourself?
Yeah, bro. People do that a lot. I mean, you're obviously not going to be exposed to that because you're basically married. But a lot of people, what you would do for like self-love and healing after a breakup and stuff, like once you're actually healed, people go on, I'd say, dates by themselves all the time. Not only that, I mean, it's kind of cool because if you do want to splurge and take yourself out to a nice fancy dinner, maybe somewhere where you would have never gone with someone, it's going to be a lot cheaper because it's just one bill, you know, for yourself instead of like two people eating. So party of one is always going to be a little bit of a saver.
True, that is true.
Something else I put here is, starting a new project, and it could be, something from, building something, painting something, or just reading a book, like something that you want to do that you've always wanted to, made excuses. I mean, now you have a day that it's meant for Valentine's Day, but use that love and affection to give to yourself.
Pour it in yourself.
Yeah, and a lot of things that, like, you'll see, like when you accomplish something, whether it's the book, whether it's a puzzle, or building something, painting, cleaning your home or whatever, it's like a sense of reward that you get at the end of it that makes you happy and it makes you accomplished. And it kind of feeds into loving yourself even more.
Right. And then you're able to kind of give that love to other people as well.
Absolutely. And I got a couple more things here. One of them was a movie marathon. I mean, I'm huge on movies, so that's probably what I'm going to do. Probably crack open a bottle of wine and just watch a fuck ton of movies. Nice. And there's also the spa day. A lot of people will say that. Like I said, if you're going with somebody else, treat yourself, Get a haircut, get a massage, or, get a nice facial.
Yeah, spoil yourself.
Shit like that. And then one thing that I really, 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 really liked, and I put, it's go outside for a bike ride, hike, walk. And what I wrote here, and I have excuse me, I have kind of like an experience. It's I put reconnect with yourself and nature around you to appreciate yourself and your alone time. So I did this actually once in New York. I bought a trip for my girlfriend and I at the time. We were going to go to New York on New Year's. We had broken up like a couple weeks before, and I don't think I could cancel, or I just didn't cancel.
You went by yourself.
Told you the story, yeah. I ended up going by myself. I'm like, yo, fuck this bitch. I'm going anyways. So I ended up going by myself. What?
I remember the story.
I know that.
It was great.
Bro,
something happened on the airplane. I'm not gonna.
Oh, you reminded me. My heart's broken.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I will share that story as well. But whatever. I went for New Year's, and I was by myself, and a lot of things that I did, I stayed in a hotel that was right by Central Park. Have you been in New York?
I have not. The airport. What is it?
The what?
Just the airport.
Okay. So yeah, I went there, and what I did, I spent a lot of time just walking outside. And it was nice and cold. It was obviously the New Year's.
Sure.
But it was nice and cold. I was walking outside and just walking, feeling like that cold air and just thinking, reflecting, having that peaceful time for myself. And it also reminds me of a movie that just came out. It's called Sound of Metal. No. Anyways, whatever. It's about this guy who he loses his hearing. He's a drummer. He's in a band. He loses his hearing. And then he spends this entire time trying to get his hearing back, like save money so he can get the surgery. And then at the end of the movie, he gets the surgery, but his hearing's not the same. It's like, it sounds like mechanic almost, because you're not going to get your full hearing back. So at the end of the movie, he was like trying to get back into the band, trying to get back into the music and stuff, but he couldn't do it. So what he did was, he just he rips off the cochlear implants, I think is what it's called, that allows him to hear, and it's just pure silence. And then that's how the movie ends, because he learned to appreciate the pure silence.
The silence.
Yeah, so I reflect that into when I was there, because it was just like I was just able to spend that time, and sometimes I'd just be by myself walking, or I'd be in the hotel room, I'd be eating, and I'm just like, a lot of times I look for love, or I look for this affection to give to somebody else, when I'm like, when have I given it to myself?
Exactly, you're right.
I was able to reflect. Yeah. What you were saying, bro, yeah. I was on the plane back. Am I boring you?
No, carry on.
I was on the plane back, bro. And there was this, I remember I was sitting down.
This is kind of like a movie.
Yeah, dude. And it with no fairy tale ending. Yeah. Because I fucked up.
All right, tell the story.
I'm going, but he keeps interrupting me. I sit down, right? And I had a middle seat. And then someone was to my left. Right? No, I don't think anybody was there. No, I think somebody was to my left. So I had the middle seat. So at the end of it, I'm like, fuck it, no one's going to sit here. I sat all the way to the right. Obviously, I left the space in the middle. So what happens? I see a girl walk by with a group of friends, and I'm like, this is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, oh, whatever. She goes back to her friends. Apparently, I feel like she was trying to sit with them, because, sometimes there's empty seats. You could probably find a seat if it's close to your friends. But then it turns out she had a seat that was adjacent to me, like right next to me, a little bit forward, a little bit in front. But she had the aisle seat. So I moved to the aisle. She moved to the aisle. And the whole time, she kept on turning back to make eye contact with me. Every hour, every 30 minutes, I would say. Every 20, 30 minutes. I was reading a book, and I finished the book, whatever. And she just, and it kept on. I'm like, dude, there's no way. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I have an open seat next to me. I can literally just be like, hey, why don't you come? Like, obviously you keep vibing with me. You're not coming. Like, might as well. Like,
right. But you were like,
I was a pussy.
Yeah. Risky. That was risky. That would have been risky.
Why?
Yeah.
Worst case, you're never gonna see this person again.
What? And I didn't.
That would have been the most uncomfortable flight if she would have said no.
Not really. Well, I mean, I was a pussy, so I probably would have taken the rejection pretty bad at the time.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't think she would have. Dude, I'm telling you.
Maybe she was looking to her friends behind you.
No. They were at the. I was in the front of the plane almost, and they were all the way to the back. Like she walked all the way back by herself. Kept on looking at me. Like she had to turn back. Like it was like this. She would smile at me and shit, and I'm just like, bro, Chris, like this is like a 3-hour flight or just some shit, like 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever. I should just tell her like, hey, what's up? I didn't. So then I'm like, dude, this is what I'm gonna do. Even if I look like a fucking psychopath, I'm gonna stare at her. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna look at her. And I'm not gonna break eye contact. I'm gonna see who breaks eye contact first, bro. And I got up, and when I was walking out, I was looking at her, bro. And she kept on looking at me back, like almost like telling me like, yes, do something.
Right.
And I fucking didn't. So then when did I grow a pair of balls? Obviously when I was no longer on the plane. So I'm like, maybe I'll see her at the baggage claim. Mm-hmm. Never saw her again, bro.
That's rough. She probably just traveled with a carry-on.
I feel like, and I just got out of a relationship. I don't think she was from here. I feel like she was probably from like another, like South America. She looked like, from like Central America, like South America. Like she looked
exotic.
Like that. Exactly. Mm-hmm. But bro, that was my story.
Damn.
It was terrible. And then, so whatever, I'm there, like, I'm looking, I'm like, maybe I can find her. I'll wait a little bit, see if I can see her friends. Like, maybe she'll come. Never saw her again, bro. Damn. And I feel like, and I'm sorry, but it's like, I just got out of a relationship. I went to New York by myself.
It would have been a happy ending.
Right? And it's I had a seat open next to me. Like, God is literally like, yo, Chris, what do you, like, hello?
Do something.
What do you want me to, what more do you want me to give you? And I didn't take it, bro.
You think if this was happening again today, like you would have done something, you would have said something again, you would have.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because I don't give a fuck anymore.
Right.
Because I'm secure at myself now.
Okay.
Like then I was a pussy. I was afraid of rejection. And even if we were good looking guys, we were pussies. Like we wouldn't go up to people. We wouldn't know how to communicate with people unless like they were like referred, like mutual friends with someone where we kind of build a relationship. Right, but that was like a cold encounter.
Introduction.
It's awkward, and at that age, I don't remember. I think I was like 22, 23. I think I was 22.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah, bro. So, by the way, girl that was on the plane from New York, if you see this episode, follow the Coffee Breakup and shoot me a DM. And shoot me a DM. But yeah, nice. Bro, that was the worst.
Imagine one day she comes across the video and she hits you up.
Let's hope she's not like pregnant and like already has a family. That would be heartbreaking.
We stepdad.
Look at me, heartbreaking. Like if this is even gonna happen, like devastating. I'm still in love and shit. No, yeah, but dude, it was a devastating trip.
Okay, well, but I mean, I didn't know, but that you went by yourself. This is the first time I'm hearing of this.
Yeah, because we broke up, and I think like that was. I think I didn't cancel the trip because I was kind of holding on to the idea that maybe she would still come. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm still gonna go. Whether she comes or not, I'm gonna go. And she never came. And I just went by myself. I chilled by myself. I loved it. I loved that experience because it really changed everything. So anyone in Valentine's Day who doesn't have anybody, and if the weather continues to be nice and stuff, which who knows what's gonna happen. Miami, one day it's raining, the other day it's 1,000 degrees outside. Take that time, whether it's to go outside or go to the beach and just like literally walk. And the beach is always kind of nice because you get the wind from the waves. But, walk around and you never know who you'll stumble upon. I mean, you being out there will probably give you an opportunity to meet somebody. You're not going to meet them in your crib unless you're like swiping right.
Yeah, just kind of like take that time, that romantic holiday or whatever, to kind of fall in love with yourself, I like to say. And learn who you are and learn more about yourself and what you like and what you don't like, and indulge, splurge, and really love who you are.
And just put the time, that the day for love and affection. I mean, if you have no one to give it to, I think it should be wise for you to give it back to yourself.
Yeah, beautiful.
But I think we're all done with Valentine's Day. You have anything else to say, Father Luch? Well, this was also our anniversary episode, which we opened up with, so... Yeah. Hopefully many more anniversaries to come, many more Valentine's Day to celebrate.
It's gonna be exciting every year around this time. But so just big thank you to everybody who supported us over this past months and this year. It's been tremendous. So thank you for that.
So to close off, it's time to break up.
I love when you say that. It's time to break up.
Thank you. It's time to break up. Guys, thank you so much for kind of tuning in, supporting us. Marvin's gonna say it. We have a website.
We do have a website, coffeebreakup.com. Check out the merchandise and
You can learn a little bit about us if you haven't already. You can see the podcast there, listen to the podcast there. And yeah, just kind of support us. If you have any questions, I mean, you can always shoot there. If you think you have any new ideas or any new merch ideas, I mean, we're always open to that. But yeah, thank you so much. If you're watching us on YouTube, we are on.
If you're watching us on YouTube,
we are also on. You can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes. And Amazon. Do I got to do this all by myself?
No. Yeah, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. That's it, really.
Yeah. And if you're listening to us, please shoot over to YouTube. You can watch us. You can't see who we're talking to today, but you can hear him. You kind of know who he is already. And but you can see who we are, what we are. And please subscribe. One of the main things. Subscribe, like the video. If you can comment down below, helps us even more. And we are on social media: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you can share. Oh, we're on TikTok.
Yeah, since like a couple of days ago.
Well, I mean, by the time this thing comes out,
yeah. If you use TikTok, whatever, just check us out. The Coffee Breakup.
Check it out. Yeah, that's like the new thing. Everybody's on TikTok. I have coworkers that they never get off on TikTok. So
it's like a black hole. But
but you know what? We're also there as well. So like, share, subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Comment, create the conversation, slide in our DMs. Let us know what you're feeling. Any advice that you need. We love hearing it because not only does it help sharpen up our skills to give you, it also we have a different perspective, both of us, that maybe it may apply to you, and it can resolve your issue. If we can't directly resolve your issue, we might give you that bridging answer that you're looking for to get you closer to the right answer.
Absolutely. And maybe it doesn't apply to you, but maybe you have a friend or a family member. So sharing it is always the biggest way you can support us. One of the biggest ways. So spread the word, spread the love. Appreciate it.
That's the goal. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the other episode.
Ciao.